Masters of the Universe is an 80s iconic toy line. Or should I say, an 80s toy experience. The line was born the same year as me. When I make a list of toys that I had growing up, Masters of the Universe is the toy line that I had the most figures from. I got my first Castle Grayskull in the 90s. It was secondhand from the National City swap meet. Yep, I remember getting it and carrying it around, and it was only $5. It had both second floors, the throne, and a working trap door. My parents donated most of my toys to the poor kids in Mexicali, so I don't have much of my original stuff. On June 16, 2017, Far Toys Vintage from Instagram posted a Castle Grayskull with the box. The only missing thing was the gun, of course. After mulling it over, I decided to pay the $185 for it, and about a week later, I was reunited with the playset that was always my base during playtime. Castle Grayskull. Now, I will let you know that this Castle Grayskull is still not complete, but it does have reproduction parts, such as the cardboard pieces and the gun. Now, having the original is nice, but sometimes you gotta make do with what you have. I'm not opposed to having reproduction stuff as long as everything is honest in the end. I don't really have the boxes to all my vintage toys, but I'm happy to have this one. The front of the box is epic, and I'm not using epic because it's the cool thing to say. I mean, it is epic, and I wish I had the original painting by Rudy Obrero. The painting really gets the imagination going. The back of the box has red artwork of the castle, figures, and vehicles. There is an alternate version of the back of the box. Castle Grayskull has very nice details. The front looks like a face, and it has two citadels and a door that is sculpted to look like wood. The door sculpting includes decorative fixings, a lock, a shield with a skull, leaves, crossed swords, and a helmet. The helmet is reminiscent of an earlier He-Man sculpt by Tony Guerrero. The back has 3 windows, 2 other openings, and the top part is the handle. This way, you could just store everything inside, and you could take it to your friend's house. The inside of the castle has 2 floors. On the back section, there's an elevator that goes to the 2nd floor. On the 2nd floor, there's a computer made from cardboard. Across from that is an astronaut or armor, then there's a rug and a throne. Behind the throne, I put the tapestry. I made sure to follow Retro Blasting's advice on that one, and it fits great. The rug and the throne are the gimmick for this castle. You put your victim on the rug, in this case, it's one of my favorites, Montana. Then you turn the throne, and Montana drops onto the dungeon filled with creepy crawlies. This sticker was also made into a rug by Super 7. I wish I could have gotten it at that time. I'm not willing to pay 600 or 999 bones for it. There are 2 more platforms above the throne. One is just basic, so you could just stand a figure on it. And the other one has a laser cannon. The cannon doesn't really have a place for the figure, and the handles don't fit quite well. But I can still get it to work somehow. There's a flag that has 2 sides, a light and a dark side. The flagpole has a clip on the bottom that breaks very easily, kinda like mine, so I'm using the old poster putty. The castle's drawbridge is iconic. When it's open, the sculpt of the tongue and teeth will really stick with you. It's ingenious. Oh, and of course I do have to mention that you're supposed to use both of the power swords put together to unlock the drawbridge. Now, of course, you don't have to use that, but it's just cool. The playset comes with some accessories aside from the cannon on top of the platform. There's a combat trainer. One side has a head and the other one has a paw. When you hit the head, you dodge the paw. It doesn't really look like a paw to me, it's just a bunch of jumbled plastic. I just recently found out that it's supposed to be a paw. It also has a weapons rack with weapons. You can use these weapons to arm up your figures. The one accessory that is usually lost is the pistol, and you can see here that mine's a reproduction. There's also a ladder. It can be used to go to the second floor. The ladder can be put anywhere. There is one more weapons rack, but it's cardboard. I like to put it next to the drawbridge, but it can really go anywhere you want.
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe will be back right after these messages.
What do we have here?
It's Castle Grayskull.
And it's mine. Not so fast, Beastman. He-Man!
You can pit He-Man against Beastman, playing for the power of Castle Grayskull. You have to put the castle together.
Beastman's escaping.
The throne, Dad. Dad, you saved the castle.
Castle Grayskull from the Masters of the Universe collection.
And now back to He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
The original design was created by Mark Taylor, and it was called the Dwell of Souls. It was later changed to what we got, Castle Grayskull. The prototype had a playmat that had artwork by Mark Taylor. The castle also looks different on the insides, and it has different accessories. The drawbridge was thinner, and it would have been cool to get all these extra accessories, even the playmat. This playset is incredible, and I know I've already said this, but I just can't say it enough. Castle Grayskull is the quintessential playset for any kid born in the 1980s. The color, the face, and the drawbridge are very memorable. I think you could see why this was always my base when I was playing. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull, and stay tuned for more Masters reviews.